I listen to metal. I grew up with metal. I've done everything that I possibly could. That's why I feel like that it's time to see what the rest of the world has to offer and other genres as well. My name is Aaron and I grew up as a metalhead. Well, welcome back everybody. We are now moving on to Coffee Shop. This one has actually been, the last couple days, really highly sought after. So pretty interested to see what the hype is all about. And before we move on, okay, let's check it out.
핸드폰 시계를 보고 어제 준비한 옷을 입고서 서둘러 집을 나서죠. 매일 즐겨 듣던 노래를 혼자 흥얼거리고 익숙한 이 빌딩 사이를 혼자 걷고 있죠. Monday, Tuesday, every day 그럭저럭 난 잘 지내. 친구도 많이 만나고 요즘에 새침한 걸음걸이 꿈속에서 널 보지만 이젠 설레지 않아 girl. 진한 커피향이 사라지듯이 넌 이미 해쳤지. 무덤덤해진 크게 아무렇지 않게 걸어온 이 커피숍 익숙해 내 몸에서 나던 이 캐러멜 향. Monday, Tuesday, every day 그럭저럭 난 잘 지내. 내내 잠도 잘 자고 슬픈 영화도 눈물 없이 잘 봐. 아직도 페이크를 못 먹는지 차츰 익숙해지는 없는 삶도 꽤 괜찮아. 이 소식에도 웃음이 나죠. 햇살 가득한 창가에 기대 이어폰을 껴. 나는 이제 너와 같은 커피숍 우리들만의 커피숍. 네 향기가 나는 이곳에서 멍하니 앉아있어. 아직 잊지 못했어 우리 기억이 남았어.
Interesting. I'm feeling a little bit spicy today. And I have to admit, when it comes to jazz in particular, it is very hit or miss for me. A lot of times to me, jazz comes across as contrived. Very kind of that feeling, just like, well, I know how to play jazz. And that's kind of the feeling that I always get from it. But one thing that jazz can do that is something I don't think any genre of music can provide is this feeling of like a warm, safe, nice, like reading nook. And that's kind of what this provides to me. Like, I feel like when I listen to this song, that it really comes across as like this more cozy, down to earth kind of feel. That's just kind of like it's almost lo-fi. Like, I think in a lot of senses that lo-fi has a lot of, it should pay a lot of thanks to jazz. And for that reason, like, I think that there's obviously some jazz that does definitely deserve to be talked about. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent again. Interestingly enough, it was a couple of years back, I was studying vinyl records and kind of like what was a good record player, and wanted to make sure that I got something that really, really kind of got what I was looking for. I needed something to play some old shellac records for my grandpa, but I also wanted something that plays modern stuff. And as I was looking across and kind of looking for something that could do that, I ran across a YouTube channel. I think if I remember correctly, he goes by the name of Vinylize. And I was saying, like, a little while ago, I was actually looking for a record player to be able to kind of play some old shellac records for my grandpa. And, you know, I kind of thought to myself, like, I'd like to get some of this kind of jazz. And it kind of just really works really well in general. So, again, that's just kind of the jazz side of things. I could talk a little bit about some of the jazz that I've gotten into, maybe in the comments, but in any case, so let's talk a little bit about the song first and foremost. Like I said, I think there's a lot that lo-fi has to give credit to for jazz, because I think a lot of it actually ends up really kind of being derived from this kind of jazz. You know, I would really like to, at this point, kind of really point out what I like about the vocals on this. For me, I think what really stands out, vocally speaking, is this feeling that the singers give, that, you know, B.A.P gives, that actually have, like, I would say, like, smooth energy, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm looking up the lyrics, too. That I really think really kind of lend to that feeling of just kind of that overall energy and feel that you get from jazz. And I think that that's pretty cool. And I think that that's something that deserves to be acknowledged. The thing that's a little bit interesting is that this is probably one of the songs where I feel like that they didn't try to show off as much, or tried to put a lot of crazy stuff into it. And in a sense, I kind of thought that that was actually the right choice. Because, again, to me, this is very atmospheric. And I think that that's one thing that's very important a lot of times to music, is just understanding the song. And this is a song that is very well understood. So I think that they really nailed that. Again, like, there was some stuff here and there that I thought was really cool. And I thought the rap line was great. But let me tell you, I do think that the idea of just kind of being able to hold back and provide this, like, smooth transitional energy and, like, feel and consistency behind the whole song really is quite cool. I like that. So anyway, I've been trying to be better about reading the lyrics. So here we go. I'm not quite as young as I used to be. I have to pull it up a little bit closer. I open my eyes to the morning sunlight. I look at the time on my phone. I put on the clothes I had laid out last night, and I hurry out through the door. By myself, I hum along to the song I like to listen every single day. By myself, I walk in between these familiar buildings, Monday, Tuesday, every day. I get by and I am well. I meet up with a lot of friends. These days, a lot of things made me laugh. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Time goes so fast, but why am I at the place waiting for you? The coffee shop we used to go to, our coffee shop. I'm blankly sitting here, where I can smell your scent. I still can't forget you. Our memories still remain. So without knowing, like a habit, I came here. Your silky hair, your white t-shirt and sneakers, your coy walk. I see you in my dreams, but it doesn't make me hurt, and does not make my heart rush anymore, girl. Just like how strong coffee aroma disappears, you have faded as well. I become indifferent. I was perfectly fine as I walked into this coffee shop. I'm used to it. The caramel scent that came from your body, right? Monday, Tuesday, every day. I get by and I am well. I sleep well at night. I watch sad movies without crying. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Everything is changing, but why am I at the same place waiting for you? The coffee shop we used to go to, our coffee shop. I'm blankly sitting here where I can smell your scent. I still can't forget you. Our memories still remain. So without knowing, like a habit, I came here. Sometimes I want to ask you, how was your day? Now I'm good at eating pastas. How about you? Do you still not like pickles? I'm eventually getting used to live without you. It's pretty decent. When I hear about you, I can laugh now. I lean against the sunny window and put my headphones again today. The coffee shop we used to go, our coffee shop. I'm blankly sitting here where I can smell your scent. I still can't forget you. Our memories still remain. So without knowing, like a habit, I came here. There's a couple things that I really like. One, I actually think that the way that I was talking about the lyrics or the vocals actually really to me really kind of applied to the lyrics as well. Right here at the very beginning where he says, I guess I have to go back up to the top. I hum along to the song I like to listen to every day. By myself, I walk in between these familiar buildings. I get by and I'm well. I meet up with friends. These days, a lot of things made me laugh. And then he says right here that I thought was kind of interesting. Your silky hair, your white t-shirt and sneakers, your coy walk. I see you in my dreams, but it doesn't make my heart rush anymore. Just like how strong coffee aroma disappears, you have faded as well. I've become indifferent. And I really like the use of the word indifferent because the word indifferent to me does not mean angry. It does not mean sad. It doesn't mean overtly emotional. To me, it means a complete, even killed feeling. And, I think that that's actually, in a sense, a little bit sadder because it kind of is that final line of, I am over it. So I really like that part. The next thing that I wanted to bring up is I think the simplicity behind some of the lyrics, and I think that this is kind of something that I find to be a little bit interesting. Now I'm good at eating pastas, so obviously that's something that maybe that he wasn't so good at before. How is your day? How about you? Do you still not like pickles? I'm eventually getting used to live without you. It's pretty decent. And I think that's kind of interesting because, like, as someone who, as people, we go through different, as we date, we learn different things about different partners. And I think that the interesting thing about that is that there is always kind of stuff that I really remember from, that you remember from each person, whether it's the good or the bad. I think there's just a couple times that, like, even still, I'll still have kind of things that I'll just be like, oh yeah, I remember when, my ex liked that. Oh yeah, I kind of remember when my ex did that. And actually, like I said, like one of the craziest things, something that has been kind of a big thing is, for those of you who may not know, I am a huge reader. And that was actually something I got from my very first girlfriend. And so in a sense, like, it's kind of interesting because even that sometimes I crack open a brand new book and I'm like, interesting how that works. Like I said, I like this smooth. I would like to actually use the word indifferent feeling that the vocalist actually has here. The singers, the members of B.A.P, they really have this nailed down, this feeling of indifference. So And yeah, I do like this kind of still subtle, motivative energy to move forward. Really cool. I like that. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this song, and we'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you. Interesting. Okay, I see it.